Welcome to the Bozone.
Hey, welcome back to Bozone episode 24. Or
25.
25. We haven't updated. Okay. I am Tristan.
Okay.
We have Zach. This is episode 25 to clear up any confusion. No, we didn't go back in time. This isn't last week's episode. Let's go. Are we ready?
This is this week's episode, and we are coming at you not live.
We're alive. Barely. What is happening on your side? It looks crazy.
No, I was just adjusting my microphone positioning
Let's
so
go.
that my voice comes clearer through the thing.
Yes.
Let's start off with news.
Do you have
Today's
any news?
episode is sponsored by the Bozone live stream.
Oh yes, let's go.
I, Bo Alone, have been live streaming for the past 2 days as of the recording, or not, as of the publishing of this video. There will be 1 or 2 VODs of my Doom the Dark Ages live stream. And I say it every episode, every stream. Basically, I put the game on nightmare difficulty and I just try and 100% it. That's the whole stream. Just me playing Doom. If you want to see my actually pretty good Doom gameplay, then go check out the VODs. Join the stream.
Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe.
Yeah. Thank you to me for sponsoring us.
Let's go. I saw the pop-up on, I think you posted it on Instagram that you're going live, and unfortunately it was while I was working and I couldn't pop in to say hi. So
No.
yeah.
It will... Yeah, I'm gonna keep announcing it on X and Instagram, so make sure you follow us on X and Instagram so that you can see it.
And also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
There you go.
We're doing it. We're becoming the people.
We are content creating.
Well, is there any... Do you want to start off with the Doom conversation? Or do you want to first talk about some other things?
Which Doom conversation? The big drama or the review?
The review, the big drama, everything relating Doom, because I'm sure that's gonna take up quite a bit of time.
I think I'll split it up. You wanted me to brief you on the whole Doom versus or Mick Gordon and Bethesda controversy.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what you asked me to do. So let's start off with that. There is going to be a lot more like stuff, other people's videos that are probably going to be more in depth than my quick walkthrough, right?
Yeah. So before you start, I like way back when all that drama came out. I think it was like last year or the year before. I can't remember now. I did hear about it, but because like I listened to like this whole long podcast on it, like 2 hours, and because I have the memory of a goldfish, I can't remember anything about it. Like I just remembered like they gave him like such strict deadlines, and like he had to pump out like 30 songs or something in like 2 months in the end. Like it was just crazy. That's all I can remember from it.
Yeah. So basically, to give you the TLDR, after Doom 2016 and Mick Gordon's phenomenal work on the soundtrack, he became incredibly famous for and connected to the franchise. And allegedly, I don't know how much like truth this holds, but well, this part at least, the following bits are pretty much confirmed. Marty Stratton, the executive producer of id Software, was being butthurt that Mick Gordon was more famous for Doom than id Software, who make Doom, which is ridiculous.
Hey man, but his music is banging.
Exactly, his music is banging. It was phenomenal, and he got butthurt because people were enjoying the game and they won a fucking award for music. They won a game award, and he got butthurt because it was Mick Gordon and not him, which is ridiculous. So he, during the development of Doom Eternal, just completely sabotaged Mick Gordon. He gave him fake deadlines and intentional miscommunications. He didn't even completely pay Mick Gordon for his work. And they essentially killed the soundtrack by not giving him time to do it and making the random audio engineer at id Software mix his music. Which,
yeah,
the mixing wasn't great. Still great job on the actual composing and instrumental part done by Mick Gordon, and I still wish to this day I could have heard how he mixed his own music for that. In the game.
Also, sorry, it sounds like a boat horn is going off like really loud, so I'm very sorry if it comes through in the episode. It is so loud and it's still going. I don't know why.
I will cut it off. I will kill it.
Kill it.
And
kill it like all the demons in Doom.
When it came out, what happened? Marty Stratton just straight up lied. He just actually lied and said Mick Gordon couldn't meet the deadlines, he was a sloppy worker, and that they had to cut him out, which was just not true. And Mick posted a massive document with a bunch of like receipts and chats and documents in the document, just basically ripping Marty Stratton and his lies apart. And that's when people realized, oh, this guy's just straight up lying to us. Mick Gordon is a saint. And so Marty doubled down, and Bethesda backed id Software up, and then just refused to pay him. And then Mick Gordon said, you know what? I'm just not gonna work with you anymore. He did Doom, he did Prey, he did, I think there's another Bethesda game that he did, and they were all like really good, right? Incredible music. Wolfenstein, that's the one I'm thinking of. All for Bethesda specific, and then they just fucked him in the ass, which is once again obscene how that managed to happen. And then on top of that, they pulled 2 new guys to do the DLC for Doom Eternal's Ancient Gods DLC. They did the music. One of them is Andrew Holschultz, who literally became known by remixing Mick Gordon tracks, which is, he did a good job, he did a nice spin. My love for Andrew Holschultz, he did a great job. And some other guy, something Levy, who I did not know. And after Andrew Holschultz and Levy actually did a pretty banger job with the Ancient Gods, they just left them. Bethesda just left them and use a random in-house Xbox Studio production team. Which is awful. I will end this off by saying the biggest downfall of Doom: The Dark Ages is the music. And the more I play it, the more I realize how much I miss Mick Gordon and how blatantly, obviously, this new random production team is trying to copy Mick Gordon, just failing. Half of the songs I've heard is just like a Mick Gordon song and a Mick Gordon beat on a messy guitar, a noisy guitar, very fuzzy in a bad way, weirdly basic drums, like I could have made that drum line on a fucking random beat app on my phone. And it's literally just a Mick Gordon song in a different key with a shitty guitar and no soul in it. There's no soul in it.
Yeah. No, that's...
I feel actually less cool playing Doom.
Yeah. No, I know the music slapped in Doom and even Doom Eternal, the music still slapped. I can't speak on Dark Ages, I haven't played it yet, but
I don't few things ever will come close to Doom 2016, but even with the shitty random mixing guy, Doom Eternal still had absolutely banging music. And it's like listen, Doom 2016, the GOAT of the music. But you can tell still in Doom Eternal there's like a few songs when Mick Gordon recorded it that have so much character. My favorite one that I like to point out is the main menu music, which blew my mind, and a song called Gladiator, which is during the Gladiator boss fight. There's the song with the crazy guitar, crazy drums, and then some fucking random demonic chanting that they use in the beat. It's brilliant.
Yeah, truly sad to see that all transpire. Like, I can't believe that they would do Mick Gordon like that. I mean, he even won an award for them.
Yeah, he literally won an award for them. If nothing else, he created the most talk about Doom 2016, and that lifted the game up so much. An insurmountably unquantifiable amount of like fan base came for the music that they heard so much about.
Yeah, no, that I think that was I think the reason why I tried out the Doom games was because it might have been on Instagram or TikTok where I just found a random video with a banging song in the background. I did some research to add the song to my liked playlist, and I realized, oh, it's a song from the Doom soundtrack. And I was like, oh man, let me go play this game. It's banging. And then
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I got into them. So yeah, no, it's...
And all that came crashing down because of an egotistical dumbass named Marty. There goes my Bethesda fucking sponsorship.
I don't
And
know,
you know
Rick.
what? He looks ugly too. There, I said it. He looks dumb.
I don't know, Rick, this Mick Gordon guy, he stole my award. No, Marty, no, we have to go to... when you said Marty, all I could think was Morty. Oh, no, it's sad. It's very sad. Oh, well, since we're on Doom, let's just do all of the Doom stuff right now.
No, I'm saving it for my video game suggestion. Why would I do it now?
Because there are some questions I have for you about it, which might spark like some more conversation. And if we do it at the end, the episode might continue for like, I don't know, a bit longer than usual.
That's fine. But okay,
Right.
okay.
Or no.
It's time
it's
for...
okay.
No, I want to now. You've convinced me. I want to.
Yeah, because it's also gonna be weird to go out of Doom, talk about other things, and then come back to Doom.
You make a good point.
Yeah. So...
Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, it is time for everyone's favorite weekly segment. Video game suggestions. There. I did the thing. It is unescapable now.
Okay. I'll suggest Drop Duchy. It's it's a cutesy little game.
Why is it called that?
Because it's Tetris. It is Tetris.
What's a duchy?
Like the duchy of the land. It's like
What?
It's a Tetris game, but like the squares are like, let's say, a field square and a forest square, or like, you know, Tetris block. And then some of the blocks are like little buildings and stuff. And then the buildings, like if you connect, let's say, the farm building to not the forest, but the other one, I forget what the other one is called, then it changes that block's squares into like fields, and then you get more food. And but like it's a roguelike, so you also get military buildings where if you connect them to enough forests, they get enough troops, and there's also enemy military buildings thrown in between your like military buildings and things like that. And you have to Tetris place them in a way that doesn't ruin your game, because their buildings obviously have effects as well. If they connect to enough things, then they also get more troops. And then you have to try and beat them. And yeah, it's just a fun little cutesy game. That's all. And it's a roguelike. Roguelike deck builder Tetris.
Okay, but it still sounds like a euphemism for taking a massive shit.
Hey man.
Like, look, I'm gonna go drop a duchy real quick.
No. Man, Duke's kingdoms were called duchies. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's why it's a massive shit. My shit will be able to be ruled by a duke.
Yeah.
I'm dropping a duchy.
Hey man, it's a fun game. It's cute.
It looks cool, but I need to convince myself that it's silly, because I'm forbidden to play Tetris. I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, not after the incident in 99.
Yeah, I got so obsessed with Tetris. I wasn't even good at it. I just played it, and I started like, whenever I closed my eyes, there would be blocks falling, and I tried to figure out how to place these blocks in new ways to create a Tetris. And I was dreaming, I swear to God, every night I was dreaming about Tetris, and I could just hear the fucking theme song in the back of my mind 24/7. I couldn't do it anymore. I actually had to cut myself off from Tetris. It was driving me insane.
Oh, man, this game gives you enough low rolls on the cards that you would want to go insane just from that, man. Sometimes, like, oh, by the way, while I'm on this, I think I told you in private, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but I'm, like, on nights like tonight, I'm gonna be like just playing some games, probably like Drop Duchy, any like indie game or something that I can just like waste an hour or two in. I'm just gonna upload that to the channel as well. So if anybody is interested in seeing a bozo play some, I don't know, some...
You wanna see a bozo drop some Dutchies, if you're into that.
Yeah, but it's not just gonna be Drop Duchy, like when Monster Train 2 releases, I'm gonna be all up in that, and yeah, I'll post some of my runs on our channel, so if you want to see me play that and struggle and lose my mind, especially in Drop Duchy. I had to switch the game off last night because I was getting infuriated because I kept on getting the lowest rolls on the like Tetris blocks, where I was like, how am I supposed to win with this shit? Like, it kept on coming the same way, and I was just like, man, I'm done. I was like going insane at one point. I restarted the stage for like, because it randomizes the rolls, so I restarted it probably like 20 plus times, and I went insane, like doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome, but it's just the same outcome again. It's truly maddening. That, yeah, so you'll get some crash outs from me. But yeah, that's it. Drop Duchy, go play it. It's fun, it's cheap, keeps you entertained for a couple hours until you start losing your shit.
Yeah, that's when you really start dropping Dutchies, is when you lose all your shit.
Oh, man, you need to play it. If you liked Tetris, you'll love
I
that
didn't
game.
like Tetris. I don't like Tetris. I hate Tetris.
Yes, you do not. Don't threaten me. Oh, that was amazing.
In the graphic, I'll put a PNG of a knife. Just waving a knife around the camera.
Oh, that was amazing. No. But yeah, I'm gonna be waving a wooden knife around in your face, telling you like Tetris, don't you? You like it. Just admit it. I'm gonna have you play Drop Duchy. Get you addicted. It's like heroin, just healthier. No.
Let's talk about Doom.
Alright. What's your game suggestion of the week?
Doom! The Dark Ages.
Ooh. No, I didn't expect that one.
Yeah, it's coming out of left field here. So, you already know my take on the music. It doesn't have the soul It doesn't bring the same oomph that McGordon used to. Which is really sad, because they still try and make it really cinematic with the music. And it is still kind of cinematic with the music, but I still miss Mick Gordon. Next. As they usually do, they completely changed 90% of the game. Which is fine. That's one of the things I love about Doom, is just how much they change. Every time you play an almost completely new game. It's not like Call of Duty where they add one new feature. They take all your favorite features out and replace them with new ones so that you can have a new favorite. But obviously with that comes the bad. They have removed... This is after the music. This is my most lowest point in Doom the Dark Ages. They have removed the ability to glory kill everything.
That sucks.
Where in the past you would literally rip and tear everything. Now the glory kill has been replaced with, they call it the glory strike or some bullshit, where you just punch a guy and it explodes.
That
you
feels
just
so
punch
lazy.
him, or you kick him. Once in a while you'll stomp on his head. Where in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, I would purposefully not kill things just so that I can glory kill them. Because it's amazing!
Yep. I remember
It's this
that.
beautiful, macabre flourish of gore in an ultra-violent environment. And now I just punch something and it explodes, and that doesn't feel nearly as cool. I'm playing Doom because I want to feel cool.
Yep.
That's not cool. I would go play One Punch Man Simulator.
That sounds lit. Is there actually one?
No, I don't
damn.
think so. I know there is a One Punch Man game, but I don't know what it's about.
Oh, I think it's one of those Street Fighter games.
It's possible. Like the anime, it's about everyone except One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Okay, next issue. It's slow. When you go into Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, you go in, you're pretty fast. Doom Eternal blew me away with how fast you just move around. Because there wasn't sprint or anything, it's just WASD and you're fucking flying around at 150 miles per hour, sprinting around like a fucking car, except you're a tank. And it was brilliant. In Doom the Dark Ages, it's just not. You're slow. You're really fucking slow. And guess what? Everything else is slow too. Because every time that they put in the shield, and with the shield comes the whole parrying system, which means they have now designed the entire game to, instead of dodging attacks, you must parry attacks. Now, having it as an option would be cool, but I'm slow now, so I don't even have the option to parry attacks. I mean, I don't have the option to dodge attacks. I have to parry. Because otherwise I'm dead. It's nightmare difficulty, it's like 3 shots and I'm dead. Okay, well, no, it's 5 shots in this one. Point being, every time you parry, every time you do one of those big super punches that replace the glory kills, the game goes into slow-mo for a second. So every time the fighting starts picking up, they slow it down like it's a Zack Snyder movie. Felt like I'm watching the Justice League again. God forbid.
What's that other one? Is it no, not Moonfall? Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon. God.
Yeah, I think in the second one where there was like a 20-minute scene with like that was literally just the slow shots, and there's even like slow down shots within the slow down shots. Oh,
you're crazy.
That's amazing.
If you think I watched the second one.
That's amazing. What do you mean?
It's so bad. I fucking despise Zack Snyder's filmmaking ability.
Hey, what do you mean? It's beautiful. It's just slow
so
shot after slow shot.
It's not good. It isn't. That's not interesting.
I'm just grinding your gears.
Oh, thank God. Point is, the last good movie that Zack Snyder made was 300, and then he just fell off.
I didn't even know he directed 300.
Yeah, Zack Snyder directed 300. Then he started with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Came back a little with Aquaman. Shot himself in the head with the Snyder's Justice League. Got fired.
No, I'm surprised. I haven't watched Snyder's Justice League, but I heard it's like better than Justice League.
It's better than Justice League, but anybody who tells you that movie is good is huffing copium like fucking oxygen in the air. I watched the movie twice. I fell asleep both times, and I decided I'm not trying again.
Let's go.
Genuinely, I took a 30-minute nap. I took a 30-minute nap during one scene, woke up, and it's still going because it's slowed down to all hell.
Let's go. You see, he's thinking about the audience. If they fall asleep, they have enough time to get their power nap in and come back to the same scene. Just. Oh.
Point is, Doom the Dark Ages kind of builds. It follows the same principle of constant breaking the momentum in the fight. Where Doom Eternal actually had a rune ability that made glory kills faster.
Yeah.
They had an entire ability dedicated to making the game even faster. If it's not obvious, purely gameplay wise, Doom Eternal is peak. Yeah, now I've got the shield saw, which is admittedly super cool. However, and I'm gonna sit upright for this because this is ridiculous. Tristan, you cannot dodge, right? You can sprint forward, that's all you get. You cannot dodge. So, you must parry. So get this, right? I throw my shield. An enemy shoots at me. I press the parry button. Nothing happens because I threw my shield away. And I die. And I die because you have connected my only method of defending myself with the coolest way to kill things, and I think it's a bit ridiculous. It's stupid.
Oh, that's amazing.
If I could still dodge, the game would be so much better, I swear to God. Instead, I'm sitting there waiting for the green bullet to fly exactly in my direction so that I can bonk it with my shield and send it back to the enemy, instantly killing said enemy because my guns are not allowed to do damage. Shield only. You can beat that, I swear you can beat that entire game without firing a single bullet.
Let's go.
And then just from a sound design perspective too, the sounds aren't as clear. In Doom Eternal, my greatest strength was my full surround sound audio, because I could hear bullets flying at me, and I could dodge it. You know, I'm not a fucking CSGO player, so I don't hear the sound behind me and flick my mouse and parry in time. I just die.
One thing, I want to say one thing. So I saw a little bit of gameplay of Dark Ages, and in the sections I saw, like, it was like huge combat sections where they're fighting a lot of people, and obviously I saw the parrying and all of that. But one thing I noticed is that there's not this like epic music going on in the background. Like, it didn't feel as badass whilst you're in the fight, which is, to me, that doesn't feel like Doom. I mean, I haven't finished the other Doom games, but I felt badass in all of the fights I did, because it's just like this, just this epic musical piece playing while you're fighting. Even if I'm busy dying and just being bad at the game, I still feel so cool just because you feel so hyped up with that music.
And that's the worst part. I'm pretty good at Doom. I feel I'm actually worse now. And then, okay, let's go to the final bad points. The Atlan mech suit and the dragon are kind of balls.
Yeah, they look boring.
It looks awesome and it feels awesome, but the actual gameplay sucks so hard. The mech suit is just boxing simulator. You throw right punch, left punch, kick, and kill. That's pretty boring. And the dragon, holy shit! It's a quick time event. The entire dragon fight is just a quick time event where you have to dodge in the right direction, which is ass.
Yeah. I haven't seen the dragon yet, but I know I've heard a lot of complaints about the mech suit and the dragon, but the mech suit does look cool though.
It looks so cool. You see this big thing.
I don't even like mechs, and I was like, shit. When I saw that shit, I was like, man, that is so cool. Oh.
Yeah, you see him punching shit, and it's like, it feels cool, but by the like 7th Titan that I had to do the exact same thing to by punching him, it got boring.
No, I can imagine.
Let's move on to the good. The Dark Ages Doom guy feels heavy. It feels like I'm a walking tank. Part of me hates it cause I'm slow now. The other part of me likes jumping into the air and slamming down and actually killing demons by falling. I must say, he still feels really good. The game, as always, it feels really nice. The gunplay is great. The guns I've collected so far, incredibly fun to use. In the stream, I just got the super shotgun, and it's horrible. The super shotgun itself, amazing. You know what sucks? I can't do anything because I'm slow now. So whenever I get close to an enemy, I shoot him and I immediately get my shit kicked in. Because I have no way to dodge out. Except the silly shield charge, which I can't do anyway because I've already thrown away my shield.
Oh.
Let me continue. That's me complaining about the speed again. Yeah, the guns actually feel really good. The new Skull Crusher pulverizer gun is super fun to use.
Is that the one that shoots out like a giant ball thing? The ball and chain thing?
No, I don't know what that is you're talking about. No, it's Doom's It's literally the gun. You put a skull in the gun, and the gun crushes the skull and flings it out in fragments. So it's just an assault shotgun. It's a fully automatic assault shotgun, and I'm here for it. You know why? The first level up you give the gun makes that so when you kill enemies, you move faster. And I basically just use that gun until I run out of ammo because it finally makes me move faster. But yes, the gunplay is extremely satisfying. The guns I have collected so far, some of them amazing for me, others I never use. But because unlike Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, it feels like it doesn't matter what gun I use. All of them do nothing, and I just kill people by shield smashing them and parrying them. So the guns feel kinda useless. They gave us an incredible variety of guns to use, and it's sad to say there's no real point in it. And then the shield throw, however. The shield charge and the shield throw. If I did not have to use the shield to defend myself, I would love this game so much more. Because the shield charge is incredibly fast and deals a radial explosion attack thing. It's so satisfying to use to get into the fight. And the shield throw just clears fodder enemies, which is very handy and very fun, and I like how they incorporated that specific part of the shield to break enemy armor. And then last but not least, the melee aspect. Fuck the melee aspect. There's literally no point for me to go melee. Because you get like a 3-punch combo, but get this, whenever I try to punch a demon, I get punched back. So what's the point? I do not get the melee system. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But personally, I only use it to kill enemies and give me health sometimes. That is my Doom Eternal review over. I mean, not Doom Eternal, my Doom the Dark Ages review over. My overall rating would be 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
8.3 out of 10, let's say that.
That is what I've seen online as well.
And this is coming from the guy I gave, in my personal rating system, I gave a 9.6 out of 10 to Doom 2016, and I gave a 9.9 to Doom Eternal in my heart. And this is an 8.3. Listen, if you want my opinion, boycott Bethesda by waiting until the game goes on sale, then buy it and play it, because it's really fun actually.
Thank you, I'll do that.
The only reason I want you to boycott Bethesda is because what they did to McGordon, and because the game is so overpriced. Holy shit, it is so expensive. We need to tell these video game companies that no, we will not be paying this amount of money for an 11-hour video game.
Yeah.
And thirdly, because Bethesda did the scummiest move ever. Physical disc copies of the video game is just an installation for the video game that connects you to the internet and installs it. There is no physical disc for the video game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That is a scummy move. That is something Nintendo is going to be implementing going forward too. And this is not okay. When you buy a physical product, you must receive said physical product. This is going. We're done with Doom now. This is a rant about what Bethesda is doing and what Nintendo is going to be doing going forward.
But wait, before we continue, my question to you about Doom was, so the guy who I saw playing Doom was obviously Moist Critical or Charles.
No, I did not experience any gameplay issues on launch. The game worked flawlessly for me in a miraculous manner. I forgot to say that. I know a lot of people were having trouble playing the game without crashing. My game ran perfectly, like 120 FPS. I was golden.
Yeah, I just wanted to know because I remember, when was it, yesterday or the day before, when you grammar. When you were installing it, you told me something like you're just checking it out to make sure that it's not crashing or that it's stable. So I thought maybe you had like a problem or something. And I just wanted to know if you also experienced like the launch problems.
I heard many people were having issues. So I played the first 2 levels, game worked flawlessly, and then I was like, okay, let's stream.
Yeah, which is still like, to me, for such a big company as like Bethesda, for them to put out a game and then basically like, I would understand if like a couple people had a problem with the game, but because there are so many different configurations of PCs, but for the amount of people that had problems with the game, it's like there is a problem with the game, which I just think like, how can companies, especially big AAA companies, still release games in a state where like not half the players, but a big portion of the players get issues with it? Like, it's just not, I don't know. That's why I play indie games. You'll probably see me play a lot of indie games. Yeah. No, like, what's the game I was playing? Or still am playing? Expedition 33. Launched. It's the company's first video game ever. And it's flawless. Like, I have 0 problems with that game. I don't think anyone had any problems with running that game. It's just yeah, and you know what's the best part? I didn't even realize it at the time. That game is so cheap. It's expensive, but it's not that expensive. It's like I think it was like $35 when I bought it.
That's literally like less than half the price of Doom.
Yeah, okay, it was $35 when I bought it, because when it just released it was on sale. It's not $35 anymore, it's $50 now, but I did buy it at $35 because when it launched it was on sale. I don't know why, but that was a good selling tactic because I only buy games on sale. So yeah, it is quite it's weird to see like one company doing so good by everyone, and then you get companies like Bethesda releasing a game at like market, like above regular market price, and there goes my phone. Yeah, it's just weird to see companies be so scummy. Or not scummy, but like what you were explaining about Doom Dark Ages. So first off, I have the issue of they released a semi-broken game with so many people having issues, which I don't think that's wrong to say. And then secondly, like you said, the glory kills. I remember in Doom Eternal, like your first enemy you fight, you can like pull him apart, basically. You rip his arm off, chop off his head, all of that. You rip and tear. and from what I understand, you can't do that to each enemy anymore. And all I'm thinking is that sounds like they were literally just too lazy, or they just wanted to get this game out there because they wanted to make money, so they didn't add in the animations to do kills like that because it would have taken up too much time. And I don't know, I feel like these big companies, they don't put any souls into their games anymore. Like there is just so I'll probably play Doom Dark Ages, but I don't expect much from it. Like when I play it, you probably won't even know that I've played it. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a letdown because I'm enjoying the game and it's a good game and it's fun to play. But the bar after Doom Eternal was so high. It's just... And I wish they reached a little further. And they also didn't put in the fun movement mechanics of Doom Eternal either, which is really sad. But anyway...
And you can't say that the bar was so high, because a lot of people have had the bar high and then surpassed it with their next game. It is possible to do.
Saying.
It's not like, oh, the bar was so high, how could they surpass it?
That's not... You're misinterpreting me, bitch. I say the bar was really high with Doom Eternal, so I had great expectations for the Dark Ages, but I'm not gonna call it a letdown because it's still a good game. It's just not as good as Doom Eternal. I'm not saying that they shouldn't surpass themselves. If anything, they should be expected to.
Yeah, that is...
Because let's put this into perspective. You're talking about big companies. It doesn't get bigger than this. This is made by id Software. id Software is owned by Bethesda. Bethesda is owned by ZeniMax Media. And ZeniMax Media is owned by the Microsoft Corporation. That's literally trillions of dollars.
Yep, but they couldn't put aside a little money to just put in some more... Yeah, put in just some... You know, something for the consumer, just to keep...
We want fan service.
No, oh yeah, if I could get naked Doom guy twerking,
no.
Man.
Service the fans by putting in good music and glory kills. It doesn't do anything for the gameplay, but it's there because it is cool.
Yeah, like I said, like... Expedition 33, this is a simple thing, like, just the music is so good. I don't know if I mentioned it in my rant of last week, where the music, phenomenal. It literally, and that coupled with the scene, like the scenery where the songs play, it gives you this very fantastical feeling. Like I honestly just, like I said last time, it's not even the gameplay that hooked me, it's just this like awe of the world in the game. I don't know, the music and the scenery and all of those little like things, it adds so much to a game where I just think
I will add this.
Big companies just need to put in just a slight bit more effort, and maybe, like, obviously me not buying into it is not gonna affect them, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% with you. This was the only AAA game I have bought in a very long time. Ever since Black Ops Cold War, this is the first AAA game that I've bought. And even Cold War, I bought it on sale.
And I don't know what's the last AAA game I bought. Is Elden Ring considered AAA? Oh, actually, I know.
Absolutely.
Cyberpunk. But
Cyberpunk, yeah.
but I bought it also when it was like 90% off.
And yeah, you know me, it's just a thing that I don't mind spending money on Doom. Doom is like a cultural thing for me. So yes, I did pre-order the premium edition. No, I don't regret it. Yes, it was expensive.
Like
Am I going to do it for other games? Hell no.
I trust when you say the game is still good. Like it's still a good game. I understand that, and I understand like you can compare it to the previous Doom games because it's literally the same franchise. But
absolutely.
Yeah, it sucks. Like I haven't even played the game, and I already think the music is subpar. I want to say it felt like so dull watching other people play it. Like there wasn't this like epic music in the background. But yeah, let's get off of gaming rants.
Let's get off of this because you know what? It's actually time for our other segment.
I think we're 30 minutes late.
We're gonna do. We should have saved this for gaming week.
Yeah, it's
actually,
fine.
No, that's
this
so
is
long.
Doomsday. This is Doomsday.
We'll just title the episode "Zek kills himself over Doom."
You can't title it. I don't think you have to bleep that out, but I don't think you can title it that way. I think just call it Doomsday. Oh, Doomsday.
No.
You can call it Zack Snyder's Doomsday.
Actually, we should, we call it Doomsday. We're gonna get all the Marvel clicks. Everyone that searches for Avengers Doomsday is gonna end up here.
Wait, is the new Avengers gonna be called Doomsday?
Yes.
Oh, let's go. I thought Doomsday was like a villain in DC. Like, isn't that Superman's like antagonist?
That's like, isn't that Apocalypse?
Oh yeah, that's Apocalypse.
No, it's called Doomsday because Doctor Doom is in it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can't make this shit up. I know. It's a bit silly. They could have done more. It's a bit on the nose.
Hey man, I'll still watch that.
Same. Ah, fuck. I need to go watch Thunderbolts.
I'm not
I keep forgetting.
That.
It's apparently, I wasn't going to either, but now all the critics and everyone is saying it's actually really good. So now I kind of have to.
I just think it's not subpar. I think that's the whole thing. Like, it's just not that bad. I think that's it. Like, we haven't had a good Marvel thing in very long. So the first thing that comes out that's not horrible is, you can watch it, which I still don't know.
I've had this theory for a while that things aren't getting worse, I'm just getting older, but then I went back and rewatched like the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm sitting like, this shit is gold.
Yes. So
this shit holds up.
My girlfriend hasn't watched anything Marvel in her whole life. She's very uncultured in that aspect, and so I was like, okay, we gotta watch this shit. So I started us off on Iron Man. Man, what a banger! I love the original Iron Man.
Holy shit!
It's so good. I was like,
it's so
where did this go? Now it's all just like silly one-liners and no stakes. Like, oh, there's a bad guy, we gotta stop him. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? I hate that shit.
Tony Stark was exploded by an IED, abducted by terrorists, and forced to make super weapons. And he made the Mark 1 Iron Man suit And they did it brilliantly.
Yes, it was a brilliant movie. And like we watched that, we got up to like Guardians of the Galaxy, I think. And even the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, that was such a good movie. I love all of the old Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
and
I watched the first Guardians of the Galaxy again the other day, actually pretty recently, and I was floored by how good it is.
Yes, it is good movies. And then like I feel like after Endgame, the whole studio or the whole universe just fell down. Like it got just like slop. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Yeah.
Just slop. Like you're Marvel fans, have this spoonful of
recycled bullshit is what it is.
Yeah, no, it sucks. And
it feels like we're not even getting like superhero origins anymore.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite so far was that I love to reference is these random bullshit ones where I watched the second Captain Marvel movie and Photon got her powers from what? I don't know. She just suddenly had powers. She just had powers. How did it happen? They mention like space rays or something. That's so bullshit. The Hulk got exposed to gamma radiation while saving a man from a gamma bomb testing site. Tony Stark had to build himself a crippled man in an explosion in a war zone who got kidnapped, abducted, and tortured, had to build himself into a weapon to escape. A fucking Thor is an actual god. Fucking Black Widow had to overcome Russian fucking brainwashing. Captain America was literally in World War II, had super soldier serum injected into him, and after killing Science Hitler, got frozen. And then there's a guy with a bow and arrow, but I don't care about him.
He's really good at the bow and the arrow, though.
He's really good at it, though. These are superheroes that have literally gone through hell and suffering and built themselves up, only to be replaced by a random dude with no backstory who's only there to provide comedic relief.
Yeah, and that feels like that's every movie since like Endgame. Every series is just whatever. It's just comedic relief. Like I said, quirky one-liners. Just it's all trash.
And that's not to say that the old movies didn't have quirky one-liners. It was just actually funny.
Yes. and they were serious when they were needed to be serious, not in the like final like climactic point. You're like on the edge of your seat and then all of a sudden Thor goes, "Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?" And then gets whacked on the head. What was that? I think that was in like Love and Thunder. I think I watched that one.
Fuck Love and Thunder.
Man.
Absolute garbage.
For Bor Ragnarok was even better than that.
No. Don't you dare say Bor Ragnarok in my presence. Here's a little known fact, dear viewers. Thor Ragnarok is my favorite Marvel movie ever.
No, that one was also good. I like Thor Ragnarok. It's just that Call Me Kevin joke. I just love referencing.
It's so old. Is Call Me Kevin hold up? Is he okay?
Yes, he's still making videos. I still watch him every now and then.
Really? The last time I heard about Call Me Kevin, he got ran over by a car.
Yeah, that's like 4 or 5 years ago.
I'm still subscribed to him.
No.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch some Call Me Kevin tonight.
Man, I love when
Anyway.
I just remember Bor Ragnarok and I go back to Call Me Kevin videos.
Let's go to an actual visual media review.
Okay, I'll give mine. Yeah, I'll go first. I went first on the gaming section. I just feel it's thematically correct. I go first on the visual media section. Because I actually have something, unless I already recommended it. But they recently released their final season. And I was very opposed to watching it. I watched like one episode over my girlfriend's shoulder, like in one of the later seasons, and I was like, man, this thing is kinda interesting. So we watched it all together. And is kinda good. it's have you seen You?
No.
It's kinda good. Like,
Isn't it about that like serial killer librarian?
Yes, but every season I want to say is like different. It's the same guy, but like you'll see there's like a theme to it. Like after the first 2 seasons you get into this theme, like every season is set in like a different location, different people and everything except the main guy. But yeah, it's like a psychopath killer and you're seeing everything from his perspective. So how he twists the scenarios in this like psychopathic killer's mind and justifying why he has to kill these people. And it's very interesting, and I know it's probably not like psychologically accurate, but it's still cool how they show it. And it's weird to see how just like how he goes through the motions trying to justify the killing, and just at one point just snaps and he doesn't care about the killing anymore and he doesn't even try and justify it. And then, slight spoilers, he goes like over the limit of being insane. And yes, like as the seasons progress, he just gets progressively worse, but also he tries to stop himself sometimes, and it's just, yeah, it's good. It's really interesting to see what, like, it's hard to explain. Just watch it, you'll see. It's so good. Actually,
Nice.
the final season is out now. I'm not done with it yet, but I really enjoyed. So I think there's 5 seasons. The first few seasons were good, but the 4th season was spectacular, and I want to see how they finish up on the 5th season. But this is one of the few shows where I would say like one of the later seasons is like the best season. And yeah, season 4 is so good. Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
go watch You.
I'm going to recommend a form of visual media that I don't think we have ever recommended before. A YouTube series.
Let's go.
The Bozone. No, I'm kidding. There is this guy on YouTube. His name is Tom Bates. That's his channel name too. TOMBATES. And he creates these little cartoons called Nigel and Marmalade.
Yes,
And
I've seen
Nigel
this guy.
and Marmalade is just this absurdist cartoons about a tiny wizard and a dog-horse creature. And Tom Bates does all the animation and all the voices, and it's really impressive. And it's really fun. I love it. It's ridiculous, it's absurdist, it's grotesque and horrendous, and the comedy is really bad, and I love every second of it.
It is just such dry humor, and it's my exact type of humor. I love it.
So I've been binge watching Nigel and Marmalade on YouTube, on the toilet, everywhere. And it's so cool. It's just cool. There's no sense, there's no story really. It's just fucking...
It's regular show.
Random, it's like regular show meets Adventure Time. I'm trying to find a way to explain it. It's like Nigel and Marmalade are in the most mundane like scenario ever, except it's weird. Like, I just saw one. Let's start with this. They're watching TV, and the TV stops working, and the screen falls off, and there's a guy living inside the TV. And then Marmalade says, "Oh no, Nigel, it seems our TV's screen has fallen off, and there's a little man inside it. It's so good. It's ridiculous, and it's one of those things you don't know how to describe it. Except it is an absurdist cartoon, and I love absurdist cartoons. And Tom Bates, if you're out there, I would love to make a cameo. Because I would love to like just see your creative process, because I wish I could do things like that, like write things, those absurdist scenarios like that. And I would love to see his creative process around that thing. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch Nigel and Marmalade. It's undescribably unique.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of his stuff. I just didn't know like Tom Bates is the creator, because I'm very bad at names. But Nigel and Marmalade is banging.
Nigel and Marmalade is... Well, they're not banging, but...
No, they're not banging, but you know what I mean. They're good.
Yeah.
Like, the animations are really good. Tom Bates,
anyway.
if you ever listen to this, come on to the podcast and...
Yeah, come on to the podcast.
Give us your... tell us a bit more about yourself. What goes on in the mind of the creator of Nigel and Marmalade?
Anyway, we've got like 20 minutes of actual content, 10 minutes of laughing, 5 minutes of saying and 40 minutes of doom rant. So I think that there will never be a Bozone episode as good as this one again. So let's just end it.
You sure you don't want to talk about your Nintendo thing quickly?
What Nintendo thing?
You were starting to get into the Bethesda not selling selling physical copies, and then you only get like a download link.
That's all it is. Nintendo's doing the same thing, and it's absolutely disgusting because, as I mentioned, when you're buying a physical item, you should be receiving the physical item, right? I'm sure people, if they ordered the physical disc, if they wanted it to be digital, they would have bought it on fucking Steam, now wouldn't they? And like me, I don't care. I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me. So I bought it on Steam. But I'm absolutely outraged that if I did care, I couldn't get it as a physical disc.
But that's the direction.
It's not that I care.
That's the direction everyone is going. Because even if you get the physical disc, like, they're gonna have you install it, and then 10 updates just to make it work, and
yeah, but that's at least up until now the standard was still that there is a game on the disc. There is no game on the disc for Doom: The Dark Ages. There is no game.
You see, now, if they shut off the services for the game, then no one else can keep the services running because they have the physical copy. So it benefits the company.
At least that's the one thing with Nintendo that will absolutely happen. With Bethesda, if someone like pirated all the files and started running the services, they wouldn't care. Bethesda wouldn't do anything. They would just say, yeah, that's cool. Anyway,
you're giving Bethesda a lot of credit.
I'm giving them a lot of credit, but credit where credit's due, I don't think they would care in this scenario.
I don't know, man. I've lost faith in companies.
I still have some faith in Bethesda. For every time Bethesda loses me, they gain me back a little bit.
Man.
Specifically with things like where they remastered Oblivion, but everyone that was working on the fan-made Oblivion remaster got free keys to play the real official remaster, which was really cool. And how Todd Howard himself stated that he will never ever crack down on modding on his video games because he thinks it's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. I think Todd Howard is probably great for that company. But I am sure everything he is okay with, like the board, that's the big thing. All of the board members, no, that's not gonna make us money though. And one day when he's not part of the company anymore,
he
obviously
for the future of Bethesda after Todd Howard.
Yeah, he obviously has a lot of passion when it comes to the games. But yeah, it's still he now has such a big company that everything he wants, he can't get.
It's the same with Gaben. I fear for the entire video gaming industry when Gaben eventually retires.
Yeah, which is hopefully not soon.
Depending on Gaben's successor, the actual entire ecosystem of video gaming will change.
Yeah, that is.
And that is
sure.
terrifying.
Oh, man,
because it takes one bad guy.
Oh.
Let me tell you, if someone from Bethesda, if a person that would have worked amazingly as a Bethesda board member takes over on Steam, with the flick of a wrist and the press of a button, video game history will change. And everything will be inaccessible, paywalled, unreplayable, and archived. Accounts will be banned for no reason.
To Steam, just to access
subscriptions to Steam. Randomly revoked licenses with no reason. Absurdly high video game prices and unmeasurable quality drops.
Yep.
But you know what? Gaben's alive and he's still steaming, so I'm fucking happy.
We will never get a third of anything, but there will never be a third of anything. But yeah, no, it's amazing. Utmost respect for Gaben and actually Steam as a whole, because I don't know if you've seen how I've been getting so many posts about this of people's accounts getting hacked, and Steam is just on it so quickly returning everything that they've lost, and
Yeah.
like just I don't know, it's just such a good company right now, and that's the only big company I still have faith in is Steam.
Someone's account gets hacked, you contact Steam support. They said we have located the hacker. We are currently ordering a drone strike.
It's just so good, man. I'm so happy we could have turned it around and end on a good note, because
Yeah.
no, Steam is still amazing at the moment, and yeah, I'm very happy to still have that going.
I'm glad we live in a generation where Steam is still at its finest.
Yeah,
And that's a beautiful note to end on.
yeah, and it's only getting better right now. So let's get cracking and get this episode over with, because this is a long one actually, and it's a really messy one, but we got through it.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
For the second time this episode, never been done before, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, tell us what you thought, and any interesting topics you have that you want us to discuss, put them in the comments and we'll look into them, discuss them.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. Zach, hit them with the links.
You can find us on YouTube and Spotify as The Bozone. You can find us on X and Instagram as Legit Bozone. You can find us on our Reddit page at The Bozone. You can listen to the podcast, watch the stream, and watch the Baldur's Gate playthrough on YouTube. Thank you for watching, dear viewers.
Thank you for showing up. I love you.
Now.
Goodbye.
Rip and tear until video game franchises are saved.
Chicken jockey.